Deleted, thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. One day they say shall never cease to happen. A massive wave of shock and anger is sweeping across the continent today. The latest ultimatum coming directly from Europe, specifically France, Emmanuel Macron, has shattered any remaining illusions of diplomatic respect. The marks are completely off. The diplomatic 90s have been thrown in the trash. What we are witnessing right now is the raw and edited phase of modern imperialism. The battle for our sovereignty, our resources, and our dignity has just reached a dangerous, unprecedented breaking point. The core of this entire confrontation comes down to a brutal and direct threat from Macron. The message being sent to our nations is completely out in the open. They are telling our leaders in the Sahel, AES, bow down, give up your independence or face absolute destruction. There is no middle ground left. They are openly stating that if African authorities refuse to cooperate, radical measures will follow immediately. This is not diplomacy. This is an international shakedown happening right before our eyes. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Look closely at the economic warfare being declared. For decades, foreign powers have used lopsided agreements to bleed this continent dry. But now, the dynamic is shifting. African nations, AES, are standing up, breaking all chains and demanding total control over their own wealth. And because of this rise in independence, the global elite are entering a state of absolute panic. They are looking directly at our wealth and making their intentions clear. They want to keep our gold, our diamonds, our oil, and our money under their total control. They are explicitly stating that if we do not submit, our riches will be left to waste and our economies will be targeted. This is a desperate attempt to protect their own financial survival at the expense of our future. They know that without Africans' resources, their systems of power collapse. So, they resort to open blackmail, threatening to lock down our development unless we hand over the keys to our mineral wealth. But this blackmail goes far deeper than just financial numbers. It is targeting our people in the most cruel way possible. The threat on the table right now is the immediate mass deportation of African immigrants. They are promising to pass strict, severe laws to purge our people from their borders.
Today, it is an imperative warning. If the African authorities refuse to cooperate, we will take radical measures. Your resources will remain wasted and France will pass a strict law. All African immigrants will be sent back home. No African, even with French nationality, will remain. Think carefully, because the future of your peoples is at stake. I am Emmanuel Macron. I decide the fate of Africa.
What do you think of Emmanuel Macron's remarks? Share your opinion in the comments. If you want to stay active and regular on President Macron's speeches against...
And look at the most dangerous part of this threat. They are explicitly stating that no African will be spared, even those who hold official legal citizenship. Think about what that means. They are weaponizing the law. They are proving that to them. A legal document means absolutely nothing if you carry African blood. They are willing to strip away basic human rights and tear families apart just to use human lives as political pawns. It is a calculated tactic of intimidation designed to terrify our populations and force our leaders into complete submission. The final declaration of this ultimatum is the ultimate insult to our intelligence. But I don't see why our brothers and sisters should be scared of coming back home. After all, Africa is your root. This is where you come from. And the time for us all as a people to unite to build our continent is now. Why are they bent on keeping their hands on the African sovereignty? If you think your continent is poor, your country is poor, why are we asking them to leave and they are bringing you back home? So if you are there with the mentality that the continent is poor, and that was why you ran away, think twice. And the time for them using their land as a shield to force us into submission is over. The few people who left the continent cannot be the reason to which we will take this drastic decision to allow millions to suffer. Captain Ibrahim Traore, all in all, said the Black Winter is coming. And every one of us should be ready because he said, we must unite to fight for total freedom or we will remain slaves forever. And in this battle, a lot will happen. A lot will lose their lives. And the few that will survive must be willing to fight. You cannot exchange your sovereignty for slavery. Neither can you continue to be passing on slavery as an inheritance. Living on the oppressor's land is not a guarantee. It doesn't give you a better life. Neither does it give you the freedom you are looking for. Look at the conditions. If we don't bow, even you, those with the legal documents, claiming you are one of them, citizens, will be brought back home. So why then will you turn your back on your land? Majority of us believe that because we have that paperwork or that paper that states that you are now a citizen of these countries, you are no longer a black person. If you stop being useful to them, they will show you back home. So why should you, an African, be proud of changing your nationality? A butterfly can never be a bird. And today you understand when the elderly say a butterfly can't be a bird. Be so proud of who you are. So our leaders in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso have taken their decision. And I don't think anything will force them into taking a decision that will go against millions. And we cannot continue to pass slavery as an inheritance onto the next generation. The time has come for us to rise in unity. Africa is your home. This is the most beautiful place. They are surviving on the African. And that's why these days you are experiencing doomsday. That is just the beginning. When the African decides to unite and take power, they will bow down. And Sahel, they said there's no going back for them. Sovereignty, motherland, or death. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. Slaves colonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Europe and in France.